welcome back once again. It's week 2, game 2 here in Rutherford County, and I'm on the campus of Blackman High School, home of the Inferno, and I've got with me the head coach of the Blaze, head coach Matt Kriesky. How you doing today, Coach?
Pretty good. I appreciate you having me on.
Well, it's good to be here. Good to be here. Well, TV game, first game for you as far as managing the Blackman Blaze. It wasn't that it felt, I guess, uncomfortable, but, still, there was a lot of new things going on for you and logistically and trying to figure out, because you've worked with all these people here, but not in a game situation, not with the lights up and everything, and then, getting used to the kids and coming in, coming out, and, preparation, and you learned a lot, didn't you? Just, if you had to do it over again, you'd do a couple of things you probably do different.
Yeah, probably. Like I said, it's just different. You've been somewhere 7 years, and you knew exactly how the rundown was going to go. So just getting adjusted to that's new. And then pretty much the new staff. We've never done a game day together, so all of us doing things that they're not accustomed to doing, that I have them doing. So, I think next time we play at home, we run a lot smoother, and and hopefully the outcome will be a little bit different too.
Flying there, playing with the manual in your hand and directing traffic, and then trying to keep all the passengers in their seats and keep everybody happy on the flight, because it's about a 3-hour flight to do a high school football game, and your kids learned a lot about you and how you coach in an intense atmosphere, and that was Friday night.
It was, seeing that, seeing how we're going to react and things we're going to do on Friday nights and sideline in between series and things like that. So that's still an adjustment.
Yes.
You wouldn't think being here since March, but yeah, it is. There's a first for everything. So this week will be the first time that we travel on the road to play an away game. So it'll be a little bit different.
Well, and I talked to Coach Rice last night, and he said he only had 5 weeks to get his team ready, and he's like, look, Stork, we just kept it very vanilla and very basic, because can't pile a lot onto the minds of a 15, 16, 17-year-old kid.
Yeah, you're right, and they like the routine. They like to know what's going on. So then, the uncertainty of things, we've always tried to post our schedule up here on Fridays, but still it's different until you've done it and you know how the coaches are going to respond and react to certain things and how we do things. It's different than from last year.
Well, non-conference game, it's in the book, and you're in another non-conference game Friday night. But this is a game I wanted a long time ago. When this is the 10th year for Stewart's Creek being open. It opened 10 years ago, and I always thought, from day one, seeing as how Blackman and Stewart's Creek were very close in proximity, it's a great gate game. It should always be scheduled. It should be like an Alcoa Maryville or a Riverdale Oakland. It should be a tradition game that should start and never be taken off the schedule, or Smyrna Laverne, and always be there. It's just, no matter where you're coaching or whatever, you should always say, it's now time for the Stewart's Creek Blackman game, and that game should go on. And your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think, it's about 15 minutes from here, so it's just right down the road. It's not like you got to have big, crazy travel plans to get there. You just hop on the bus for about 15 minutes and boom, you're there. We're right here so close to each other, so like you said, I think it's a game that should be played year in and year out and start, a tradition and things like they have, like you said, a Riverdale Oakland.
Well, and the schools are a little bit similar. They've got both schools got a very fanatic band. They got very fanatic fans, and they love their community. And there's just a lot of similarities when you sit back and you start. This team's got that. Well, they've got it too.
Yeah.
So I think it's just one of those situations. It gets in, like I said, it gets into the close proximity, the likeness of the two schools, and last but not least, both of you will end up getting a great gate when you trade games, and that's so important for both schools. You got to have a good game. You got to have fans, or it ain't worth playing.
That's right. Just have a good gate, and then you make some money at the concession stand, and then things like that helps out. And when you have a good crowd, the atmosphere is great. And like you said, both schools, students know each other. the fans know each other, the parents know each other, so it's a night that you can have. It's a great community ball game.
Absolutely. Well, what was one of the things? So you traded film, you got your film Saturday, so you've been working on what? When you flip on the video of Stewart's Creek, what's the first thing that pops in your mind about Stewart's Creek when you start looking at them?
Well, they're a really talented team. We're going to have to slow them down. I think they execute well on offense. They were able to move the ball against Oklahoma, and we'll have to be able to be more physical up front, the line of scrimmage defensively than we were this past week. I think we just not any coverage bust in the secondary, and then not let Ote run wild.
Yeah,
he's a very athletic kid at tailback. He does a great job. It seems like he has great vision, and he's able to find that little crease and take off.
Let's pass out some accolades, and then we'll get out of here. Any of the kids on Friday night you want to give a couple of accolades to this past Friday that you felt like went out there and did a pretty good job as a Blackman Blaze football player?
Really impressed with one of them was Trey McGaffey.
Okay.
He's a DB. He had 2 interceptions, and he also had a kickoff return that put us in good field position. The young man's come a long way since last spring with us. He's very athletic, knew he was talented. He played some last year, but he had a great game. He's turning in and developing into a leader in the secondary for us and also our defense. Offensively, I thought Xavier Wesley, offensive lineman, had a great game. He's a lone starter back on that offensive line, so he's not a big vocal leader, but he leads by his play, his work ethic, what he does in practice. He had a really good game. Caden Perkins, another young man, I thought our tailback had a good game. He works hard. He has a couple good runs for us and did some things for us. We got to execute better offensively. We've been talking about the past 2 weeks, the little details here and there that are really important. And I think the kids saw that Friday night, and it's what we've been harping on this past week. And, we're going to see hopefully a more improved Blackman High School football team this week.
Any last comments or remarks to the Blackman Blaze faculty, staff, fans, and whatnot about tomorrow night and getting out and heading over to Stewart's Creek?
We first of all, we appreciate the support from the Blackman community, the fans, and everyone. It was a great turnout last Friday. I was super impressed with the atmosphere and how great it was, and just hang in there, guys. We're going to get this thing going in the right direction and come out Friday night and support us and watch it improve week. I've told the kids and I've told everyone I want to see an improvement from week 1 to week 10. So we've got to keep getting better each week.
Are we at 7:30 now, or are we at 8?
They bumped it back to 8.
8. All right. So here in Rutherford County, it'll be 8 o'clock Central Time. Still plenty of time if you want to get off work tomorrow and ease over to Stewart's Creek High School and watch the Blackman Blaze and Stewart's Creek Redhawks at 8. All right, that's it.
Pretty simple.